Magnesium is there's at least 300 enzymatic reactions that are magnesium dependent.
Yeah,
so
magnesium's a big one.
Yeah, so they have to have magnesium to go to completion. There's some sources that actually go all the way up to 3,700 magnesium dependent enzymatic reactions in the body. So
yeah,
magnesium is huge.
And talking about enzymes, so we haven't really we mentioned a little bit in terms of like gut health, and that's what most people think about when they think about enzymes. They think about gut, because people obviously are all like, there's a lot more awareness around digestive enzymes, but enzymes in general are really like they act as cofactors, and they act as catalysts in the body in a lot of different ways. So when we talk about cascades of events, cascades are that's kind of like the formal biological term or biochemistry concept of like this sequence of events that happens. So if essentially if something is going to trigger, if you think about feedback loops being like more of like the macro of something, and then you think about these cascades, these like micro cascades, and there's tons of shit that happens. Like we're oversimplifying the explanation of certain things, like which is necessary, because most people, I don't know, like nobody even cares about like all this random stuff, and it's hard to keep track of all of it, and for the most part, like scientists are finding new stuff all the time, and they're not even like, they don't even fully know, but the enzymes are so important to every single cascade, and that highlighting back to why magnesium is so damn important, because it's involved in really a lot of, like, most of these enzymatic reactions in the body. Therefore, if you're deficient in magnesium, those reactions are going to suffer. The cascades are going to, in some way, have to compensate. Due to the law of compensation, they'll find what they need, but they end up suffering and cause dysregulation over time if you don't have enough magnesium. But the enzymes are what's going to trigger a lot of these things, and they trigger over and over and over. And like within a single reaction, there's going to be a lot of them involved. So if you're deficient in magnesium, then you should realize that these enzymatic cofactors and catalysts are essentially not going to function as well as they should. If that happens over chronic periods of time, it starts to just suffer. The system suffers in general. So just to highlight how important that is.